Hello historians, welcome to the second session of your tutorial on how to properly create a works cited page and cover page. Now that we've talked about what a works cited page looks like and should have, let's take a look at how you can take this inappropriately corrected works cited page and properly format it. The first thing you're going to do is you want to go to Google, and once you're on Google, you're going to type in EasyBib. EasyBib is a really nice website that's going to help you format your citation correctly. We're going to click on EasyBib, and since we're using MLA format, we want to make sure that the tab that says MLA is properly highlighted. You should not be on APA because APA is going to take you to a different website. You also want to make sure that you're not on another format. For example, you should not be on Chicago, and you should not be on MLA 7. You should be on the updated MLA 8. Once you're on MLA 8, the website is going to give you different options for the type of source that you want to provide citation for. The first source that I'm going to use is a website. I'm already on website. I can see that because it's blue. I'm going to go ahead and paste the website that I visited for evidence, and I'm going to click Cited. Once I've done that, EasyBib is going to tell me, hey, guess what? I think I found the website. If the website is correct, you're going to click on Cite This. EasyBib is then going to go ahead and tell me some of the information that they already found for me. Some of this information is going to be website title, article title, publisher, when the website was created, when I visited the website, and an author. This is really nice information that EasyBib has gone ahead and found for me. Once I've checked this information, I'm going to go ahead and click on Continue to Final Step. Now, in this next step, EasyBib is going to ask me for whether or not I have some extra information that I can go ahead and give them. If you don't have any extra information, that's okay. Let's go ahead and scroll down. Source type. For this particular one, there's lots of different options that I can give EasyBib. EasyBib is basically asking me, this thing that you found online, what is it? Honestly, it was just information published on a website, so I'm just going to keep that there. Cold War history, that's the title of the document. I'm not going to add anything. In terms of contributors, I have the option of providing an author, an editor, or a translator. Normally you can find this information at the top of the website, so let's see if I can find any of this. Visiting the website that I was using, I don't see any author information at the top. Scroll down all the way to the bottom and see if I can find any author information. Nope, I don't see any author information at the bottom. You'll normally find it either at the bottom of an article, or you might find it at the top of an article, and again, I don't see that information there. So for author, I'm just going to leave that blank. It looks like EasyBib already wrote down that the author was probably the history.com staff. We'll leave that like that. Website title and publisher, EasyBib gave it to me. The website link is already in there. When was this electronically published, meaning when did history.com place this article online? Let's double check and see if I can find that. I'm going to go back to the website. Again, normally the publishing information is at the top. I don't see it. Let's scroll down to the bottom and see if we can find any publishing dates. Nope, I don't see anything at the bottom either, so we don't have a publishing date. I pretty much wasn't able to add any new information to this site, which is okay. We're going to go ahead and click Create Citation to move forward. Now that I've hit Create Citation, I can see that EasyBib right here has gone ahead and has given me the proper citation. I'm going to go ahead and click Copy. And now that I've clicked Copy, I'll go back to my PowerPoint slide and I'll paste this entire citation there. Now, I gave you an example for how to cite something on a website. What if you're citing something different? For example, what if what you're citing are some notes? for example, the Unit 8.7 notes. Let's take a look at how we would properly cite that. We'll go back to easybib.com. We'll click on the icon at the top to take us back to the main page. Again, when we get to the main page, we want to make sure that we are on MLA 8 because this is the format we're going to be using and we want to use version 8. Now for these notes, they're not a website, it's not a book, it's not a video or film, a journal or a database. So let's take a look at some of the other options. If I scroll down this list of options, I can see there's a lot, but pretty much the Unit 8.7 notes are a lecture. So I'm going to click on lecture. Now that I've clicked on lecture, it's asking me, where did I see this lecture? Did I physically see it myself? Was it a lecture in a book? Was it a lecture from a website? Was it a lecture from an online database? It's a lecture that I saw in person, so I have seen this lecture. And the presentation title, if I pull up my actual notes, was called Cold War, Vietnam. Now, this is a series. This is part of a lecture from the Cold War Unit 8. What type of lecture was it? Was it a reading lecture, a speech lecture? It was just a regular spoken lecture. So I'm going to click on lecture. Contributors are going to be who created or presented this lecture. So I'm going to put Miss Benavides' first name, which is Anna. Middle initial is I. Last name is Benavides. Make sure you spell it correctly. And the suffix, my title, is just Miss. MS is for a female who is not married or for a female who you do not know if they're married or not. So you can put MS for me because I am not married, or MS for a woman who you don't know whether or not they're married. Now, event title, what was the event that this lecture was given during? This was during 10th grade world history, period, and then you're going to put your period. Let's say, for example, that this was period 2. I'll put period 2. This lecture took place in the city of Watts, and the location was Animal Watts College Preparatory Academy. Now, when was this lecture viewed? I don't remember exactly when we started this particular lecture, but I know that we started this lecture in May, and I know it was in the year 2018. So don't worry about giving me, oops, and I did this wrong. It should be May, and the day we don't know. Don't worry about the day. Just give me an estimate of the month. Most of the Cold War lectures were in May, and definitely in the year 2018. So you can just give me a month and a year. Now, I've given EasyBib almost all of the information that they're asking me for. I'm going to hit Create Citation. Now that I've hit Create Citation, EasyBib is going to give me an MLA created citation for the lecture notes. I'm going to go ahead and hit Copy, and then I'm going to go ahead back to my PowerPoint, and I'm going to paste this citation into the Works Cited page. Now, if you got your information from a different source, like maybe you physically have a book in front of you and you got the information from a book, you want to make sure you click on Book. You can provide the name of the book or the title of the book. If you watched a short video clip, you can click on Video and provide the link for the video or the title for the video. If you found maybe an online journal, you'll click on Journal and provide an article title or any keywords. And if you used a database, you can provide the name of the database, or if none of these options really are talking about what you used for a source, then you can go back to the 59 different options and you can take a look at the different options here in order to properly help you cite the source. Now, again, if you're having problems with filling out easybib.com, go back and rewatch this tutorial. And if that still doesn't help, check in with your peer. If you're still stuck after checking in with your peer, then go ahead and check in with your teacher.